My life's gonna change. Your life's gonna change. You gotta make that decision leaving this place. So no more want. Moving forward.
We want to go distance ourselves from our friends and family because we have dreams. You go, boom. That hurt right there. But watch. Many of you, you have not only one, you have not only two. So one represents your mom, one represents your wife or ex or friend or peer or cousin, another one, another one, another one, another one. These are all people that are holding you. Watch. Watch your heart.
One of the scariest things about life is a question. The scary question can shake a soul up because no one's asked that question. So for me, the transition for somebody to want to change it and get clarity is actually asking questions.
This hand represents you. This hand represents your friends and family. This is you saying, I want to go do something big with you. You go, but your friends are like, wait a minute, come back down here. What are you going to come back? No, mom, dad, I'm so sick and tired of being broke. Son, come back down here. We're not special, just regular. You think you're going to be a millionaire one day? And you keep going. Eventually, when you try to go and go, the tension gets hard. It's so difficult to break away because if you do, it's going to snap. So this is you and I. We want to go distance ourselves from our friends and family because we have dreams. You go, boom. That hurt right there. But watch. Many of you, you have not only one, you have not only two. So one represents your mom, one represents your wife or ex or friend or peer or cousin, another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. These are all people that are holding you back. Now watch how hard this is. I want to go. You can't, right? It's a very strong power that they have on you when they hold you back. But if one by one, you show that you want to go out there and win big, eventually they're going to realize how serious you are.
Here's the difference between will and want. Go to you. How many adults use the following sentence? I want to have a big house. No one cares. I want to be rich so I can retire my parents. Weak word. I want to be pampered for the rest of my life. No one cares. I want a nice car. Who cares? I want to have a house in the corner lot. Want has zero weight behind it. Starts with the same letter, same amount of words, 4 letters, same amount of letters, 4. One has power, the other has no power. 2001 would make me how old? 22 years old. I'm broke. You have no idea how broke I am. The camera goes on me, and here's what this crazy 21, 22-year-old kid says. You can play this video.
Mark my words, 5 years, sometime this year, next year, we'll get at least 6 figure or more, and anybody that comes to my team will get close to 6 figures or more.
22 years old, I said that, right? Do you know when I walked away, what happened after I said that? I lost everything. That's what's crazy. I'm sitting there, I'm going through all this stuff. My friends invite me to this club in Burbank, and my friend, Armin, he comes up to me. He says, hey, where's the 6 figures? Where's the millions, Pat? All the friends are looking at me. It's a joke. There's the dreamer. Where's the millions, Pat? Where's the millions, Pat? That's why you're afraid to say, I did. I read a quote the other day by Denzel. Your own family will talk shit about you when you're in the process of breaking all the generational curses. This ain't for the weak. This ain't for the weak. Some of you guys got some generational curses that you haven't broken yet. Let's address some of the generational curses. What are some of them? Drugs, gambling, alcohol, weed, abuse, poverty, fear of God, victimhood mentality. Every family has it. But eventually somebody has to change it. So for you, this whole word about will and want, what word are you using? Were you afraid to do the video? Why are you afraid of the video? Because God forbid if you go on social media and you say, mark my word, my family will become financially free, and you post that, and you don't, then you delete it, but your friends and family sees it and they laugh at you. You're afraid of being laughed at. So you play safe. You play safe. You don't want to go to these gatherings. I guarantee you the world's going to know your last name. The world's going to know what you did with his family. And by the way, I didn't say this when I was a millionaire. I said this when I was making $50 a year. It doesn't matter if I say it today. No one cares. What matters is when I said it when I was 22, when I was a nobody. I didn't have a follower on social media. There was no value to me. I didn't have $100 in my account. Nothing at that time. Going back to you. Last night I told you, George put this entire meeting together for who? You. And only you. Yes, say it again. George put this meeting together for me. This is my meeting. My life's gonna change. Your life's gonna change. You gotta make that decision leaving this place. So number one, moving forward, everybody around you that's your blood, that's your family, that's in your base shop, that's on your team. Every time they use the word want, change it. Stop them right there. Can I challenge you? Yes. Let's change that word to will. Change it to will. I will. We will. We will. I will. It's a powerful word.
In life, I've lost many times. Let me tell you, many times. I've had girlfriends break up with me. I've had companies tell me they don't want to do business with me. I've had an employee tell me they don't want to be with me. I've had salespeople that have quit on me. I've had so many people that I've had losses with. I've competed against people that are inferior than me, and I lost to them because they had better work ethic than me. And I thought because I had some talent at the time I was going to beat them. No way in the world. That guy worked harder than me. And I've also competed against guys that were superior than me, and I worked my butt off, and I still lost. I still lost with the guy that was ahead of me. What happened there? I worked my ass off and I still lost. Yes, that also happens. It's called a loss. It hurts. It's embarrassing. You come home, your wife or your girlfriend wants to make you feel good, but you know you lost. And it doesn't feel good. Your peers are looking at you, competitors are looking at you. The smirk that competitor is gonna have when they give you a high five, where they shake their hand to kind of say good luck to you next time. You know that look still says that I beat you. That hurts. A girl breaks up with you, that hurts. But here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. In that moment, you will have a temptation. It's the biggest temptation in life. It's the most dangerous temptation in life. It's the most powerful temptation in life. Let me tell you what it is. In that moment, you will have the choice of either blaming something on the outside or taking full responsibility. That temptation is so subtle, no one knows it. No one knows it. I have led thousands of salespeople that I've worked with, and I've seen some of them keep growing. One guy went from 30 grand a year to 50 grand a year to 100 grand a year to 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, $1 million a year income. Well, they have a lot of trouble. Fast, in 3 years. What happened to them? They never blamed. They always took responsibility. They never blamed. And I've had people that are 10 times more talented. Every 6 months, they have some kind of a subtle stop. You know why? Because they blame the different circumstances. Well, because of this, because it's this person's fault, that person's fault, this person's fault. Look, in life, it's going to be very easy for you to blame everybody. Very easy for you to blame everybody. But one day you'll sit down and people will say, how come you didn't make it bigger in life? You were very talented. What happened there? You can make up any BS and sell them, because typically people who are good at blaming other people are great salespeople. You can blame everybody else, but there's one person that's going to know that you didn't take responsibility, and that's you. That's a tough one to live with.
One of the scariest things about life is a question. The scary question can shake a soul up because no one's asked that question for you. So for me, the transition for somebody to want to change it and get clarity is actually asking questions. If you don't ask the questions of what you want to do next, the world is going to put you in the box on what you have to do next, because they're determining who you need to be. And you are rising up to their expectations because you're not asking the questions yourself. So clarity to me stems from you being able to sit down and ask those tough questions that piss you off, that irritate you, that make you emotional, that you cry over, that you reflect, that makes you want to do research, that makes you follow up, that makes you sit down and say, I don't really know. I've never thought about this before. And that will happen. So clarity is stemmed based on, like the way you answered the question to me, Tom, it was amazing. So do you have any kids? No, we made a decision a long time ago, we didn't want to have kids. The way you said it was like very nonchalant. Really, it was so like, yeah, that's what we did. Then I said, so tell me how you processed it. It's very obvious that was a very comfortable, certain decision that a lot of time didn't make. Very few people do. And then you got clarity. Clarity gives confidence. So somebody looks at your eyes and you give the answer. There is no, looking away or uncomfortable or anything. But this is who you are. This is who this is. And that clarity gives all the time decisions you can make. I don't think you have to do that together.
Success secret number 6. Develop a workaholic mentality. All All self-made millionaires work hard, hard, hard. They start earlier, they work harder, and they stay later. They develop a reputation for being amongst the hardest working people in their fields, and everybody knows it. Practice the 40-plus formula. This formula says that you work 40 hours per week for survival. Everything over 40 hours is for success. If you only work 40 hours, and the average work week today is closer to 35 hours, all you will ever do is survive. You'll never get ahead. You'll never be a big financial success. You'll never be highly respected and esteemed by your colleagues. You will always be mediocre if you just work the basic 40-hour week. But every hour over 40 is an investment in your future. In fact, you can tell where you're going to be in 5 years by looking at how many hours over 40 you put in every week. The average self-made millionaire in America today works 59 hours per week, and some of them work 70 and 80 hours per week. The average self-made millionaire in America works 6 days per week rather than 5, and works longer days as well. If you want to call a self-made millionaire, phone the office before normal working hours and after normal working hours. The self-made millionaire is usually there when the staff arrives and is still there working when they leave. And here's the key. Work all the time you work. When you work, don't waste time. When you get in early, put your head down and get started immediately. When people want to talk to you, you excuse yourself and say, I have to get back to work. Don't drop off your dry cleaning, phone your friends, socialize with your coworkers, or read the newspaper. Work all the time you work. Resolve today to develop a reputation for being the hardest working person in your company. This will bring you to the attention of people who can help you faster than almost anything else you can do.
It's so easy to go and look at what other people do badly. But one of the leadership characteristics of vision that he showed me, and I'll never forget it, is look for the good in what other people are doing and apply it. It doesn't take a genius IQ or 20 years of experience to find the possibility in every situation. All it takes is the right attitude, and anybody can cultivate that. Dream one size bigger. One of the best ways to cultivate a possibility mindset is to prompt yourself to dream one size bigger than you normally do. Let's face it, most people dream too small. They don't think big enough. Henry Curtis advises, make your plans as fantastic as you like, because 25 years from now, they will seem mediocre. Make your plans 10 times as great as your first plan, and 25 years from now, you will wonder why you did not make them 50 times as great. If you push yourself to dream more expansively, to imagine your organization one size bigger, to make your goals at least a step beyond what makes you comfortable, you will be forced to grow. And it will set you up to believe in greater possibilities. Question the status quo. Most people want their lives to keep improving, yet they value peace and stability at the same time. People often forget that you can't improve and still stay the same. Growth means change. Change requires challenging the status quo. If you want greater possibilities, you can't settle for what you have now. When you become a possibility figure, you will face many people who will want you to give up your dreams and embrace the status quo. Achievers refuse to accept the status quo. As you begin to explore greater possibilities for yourself, your organization, or your family, and others challenge you for it, take comfort in knowing that right now as you read this, other possibility thinkers across the country and around the world are thinking about curing cancer, developing new energy sources, feeding hungry people, and improving quality of life. They are challenging the status quo against the odds, and you should too.